Hi friends, in Planet Earth Dating, it's Thursday, May 7th, 2015. Lynn and Jamie here, continuing our assignments. There are souls, new and different souls here in the body today, both body-minds today. We don't know who they are. Maybe we'll figure that out before they move on, and maybe not. But our intention is to do what is ours to do in all dimensions right now, to trigger the awakening right now. And with that, it begins. This is not at all what I expected to see, and it might be different than what you're tuning into, but I am being shown things from Black Wolf's perspective.
Oh, interesting.
And he's walking down through, it looks like tunnels, like mining tunnels cut through black rock. And dripping gross, and he's going down, and he's got like a slip of paper on it with an address on it. And he's looking for, my story is he's looking for Pan. That's the feel of it.
That is the feel.
And here's, I'm kind of asking to be shown, why is this going on? Ra and his entire team transitioned yesterday. Black Wolf is not willing to do what Ra is asking the team to do.
That's true.
The Ra is now being charged with assembling a team again to go in and fulfill the assignment that he's focusing on.
That's true.
And there's something about the assignment that Black Wolf isn't willing to do.
That's true.
And so Black Wolf has been given a slip of paper basically saying, well, if you don't want to do that, then something else you could do is go find Pan. And help.
That's true.
So he's got Pan's address basically on this slip of paper.
That's
and
true.
he's going down through these dark tunnels, and as he's going down, like I can hear him passing through the levels where over there Luce is having some kind of
I hear the thumping.
Right, Luce is throwing furniture. He's a bad temper, and he's rather than stepping up and doing what he's supposed to do, he's raging against God by any name, which, you know, who among us hasn't done that, so I'm not looking down my nose at him.
Right, that's true.
Luce is just having one of those periods of time where he's raging rather than doing what's his to do.
It's true.
Whatever. And now Black Wolf is beneath that level, and he's going way down, and I start to smell something that means we're approaching.
Something smells like sulfur, kind of.
It does.
Rotten eggs.
And I hear dripping.
Yeah.
And now we kind of break out into an underground cavern where there's water. We've seen these caverns before.
That's true.
This one smells bad.
That's true.
And I see way, kind of like around the lake, across the lake, I see Pan over there, and he's
rocking back and forth.
Yeah, rocking back and
kind
forth.
Of huddled.
Yeah, huddled and
making little whimpery noises.
Yeah.
That's true.
And he's got lots of small things spread around him, and they're like broken.
That's
it's
true.
like something that was beautiful and wonderful and is broken into a million bits.
Yeah, you can't glue that back together.
But
it's
he
shards.
believes his assignment is to glue it back together.
That's true.
And that he can't move on until he glues it back together. But the assignment is to acknowledge it's broken beyond repair. It's irreparable, and to say, wow, let it go. Let it go. To let it go. To acknowledge that it's really broken and let it go. And so if he hadn't tried to repair it, then he wouldn't be able to say for himself, this is broken beyond repair.
That's true.
I know that it can't be done. I proved it.
That's true.
And so Black Wolf walks over, and he's got like a little script that goes along with the address.
It's a story about Pan's life. Another time that is similar to this one, but that he can see in retrospect what was needed, you know? And it looks like Black Wolf is kind of reading it off like a script, and then this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened.
It's when Pan was a horse, and he walked into the valley getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller.
That's true. And Pan is going like, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, I see that.
And then the horse got to a place where he couldn't even see where he was supposed to be, and all he could see was the direction which he was heading, which was the wrong direction, but he couldn't see anything else, and he just kept going, even though it was hard in the wrong direction.
Right. Pan's going, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
And then I'm seeing the script, and the script gives also like non-verbal instructions.
Right.
And it basically says, pause, raise your eyebrows, look at him like, do you get it?
Right.
Black Wolf is doing it really
true.
well.
He's doing a good job. That's true.
Pan's going, whoa. Oh, and he's now he's looking around at all the millions of broken pieces,
starting
like
to
his
see
heart is breaking, and he's crying. He really gets it.
Yeah.
This is irreparable. I know that now. Now he's saying, I know that now. I proved it. It can't be done. I know that now. I proved it. And he's... I love this about Pan. The moment he sees it, he stops pretending that it isn't that way. The moment he sees it, he says, okay, well, this is an inconvenient, unpleasant truth, but it is still the truth.
It's true.
He stands up and he's like brushing his pants off. And he's crying, you know.
That's true.
But he's getting up and he's saying, basically, what must I do next?
That's true.
And Black Wolf is now feeling, it's like, I don't think he expected Pan to give it up that easily. Because now he's feeling for the next instruction. It's like, hold on.
That's true. Well, and the script has lots more parts. It's like he's like, I was supposed to go for 8 more pages. Oh, no. Yeah, I see him feeling his pocket.
Yeah. Well, the rest of it was just in case
Pan
just
didn't
in case. Respond, but this is Pan. This is the Pan who we know and love. Okay. This is a good sign, actually.
That's true.
Go there, and it's kind of a horizontal, it's like a door. And first we have to go through one door that isn't locked.
That's
then we'll come to this place that is locked.
Yes, that's true. And not just locked, but like locked and barred and blocked by big, heavy rocks.
Yeah, good luck getting into there.
Yeah, that's the feeling.
Get into it.
Get into it.
And get the whatever it is, like it says, what to get. And then there'll be a next step. First, go through that door. That's easy. Now, see the other crazy locked door. That's easy. Now, get in.
Right, that's
true. Well, this is more challenging.
That's true.
And the narrator says, and here we leave our friends.
Right, that's true.
It's going to take them some time to get through that.
That's definitely true.
And now the camera or spotlight is shown on Ra, and I'm just looking up, and it's like the mirror bounces.
Periscope.
And Ra has personnel files spread around him everywhere, and there's this stack of things he's sure of. Asha, he's sure, absolutely positive, don't leave home without it.
That's true.
Don't leave home without Asha. That's good advice.
That's true.
And Paul can't leave. That happened on my watch.
That's true.
That damage to Paul occurred on my watch.
That's true.
I'm responsible. Can't leave home without him.
That's true.
Charles, I want him on my team. Fernando, it's part of the deal with Charles.
That's true.
And now he has all these other personnel files spread around him. Those are some really hefty, thick files.
That is true.
And then there are many other files that are much, much, much thinner.
That's true.
He's trying to figure out what to do. And I see him picking up some and discarding them immediately.
That's
and I
true.
recognize, like, that was Joseph's that just went by, and there was Terry's, and Lloyd and Christian. He doesn't even look at it; he just kind of shoves them aside. He's not interested.
That's true. I see the Professor Emeritus down there.
Yeah, that's right.
Garth,
and little tiny ones, like little postage stamp size files. Like there's the NGO Guy, and all these other people who have just chosen to play small roles, which is unfortunate because the gifts. But Ra is not one to cry over spilt milk.
That's true.
That milk is spilt. They made a different choice. Move on.
That's true.
Now what?
Now what?
He's got Garth, and he keeps...
He does. He keeps coming back to it.
Up and looking at it. he can tell that this is part of the three-dimensional puzzle, and he's
Right.
supposed to fit it into this three-dimensional puzzle somehow.
That's true.
And he's been trying to fit it in one way, and that way doesn't work.
That's true.
And he can see that that way doesn't work, and how to fit it in some other way.
That's
It's
true.
interesting. He keeps circling around to this. What do I know? Well, I know that Garth's actual physical body, he's actually got a physical body.
That's true.
And that the physical body is of a planet. He's
That's
actually a physical planet.
That's
His
true.
body is a planet. His soul is a big soul presence.
That's
But his
true.
body is a planet.
Yes.
And that there is has been benefit to Garth of being affiliated with the Lynn-Body-Mind, Jamie-Body-Mind
true.
physical presences.
Big benefit.
Big benefit. Learned a lot.
That's
A
true.
lot of support
That's true.
for him in his own process, etc., etc.,
true.
etc. But that he actually has a physical body of his own
That's true. That's
And
not in good shape.
that's in really bad shape.
That's true.
And perhaps he...
It has to do with that.
And now what?
Right, and now what?
Because we have these two physical bodies here and this one physical body there, and these are the only physical bodies that are on the table. When I look at
That's
this
true.
big table of, it looks like tokens, like game tokens
That's true.
and personnel files.
That's
I
true.
guess they're two different ways of saying the same thing.
Right. That's true.
Those are the only three physical presences on the table. We don't have any others
That's
to
true.
throw at the game board.
Yeah. That's true.
So clearly all three of these need to be on the game board
Yeah.
somehow, some way. And it's Ra's opportunity to figure out, discern,
That's true.
how best to use all the tools that are available.
That's true.
And so now we have this big problem, and Ra still feels like really aching in his heart over this problem of now that the infrastructure has disintegrated and we can no longer simply click send and do a wire transfer, basically.
Right,
How
that's true.
does one support physical presences with grace? How does that occur? How do we do it? The theory, the working theory that he has, he's got his teeth into right now,
Yes.
is that before he comes into a physical body right now, he and all his team
Yeah.
gather up all the grace, attempt to convert it into earthworm currency,
Right. That's
and
true.
then drop down. Not just sewing it
You know, it's
to
like
their clothing, but
merging
sewing
it in
yes,
to them. I see
becoming
that.
it, and then dropping in and tying themselves into the bodies.
It's true.
And what do I know? I know that Planet Garth, Planet Saskatch, their galaxy Wallup, and all associated with those dimensions have somehow flip-flopped with Planet Earth, the Milky Way galaxy, the free will universe, and all their dimensions associated with them. And that, in ways that we don't understand,
That's true.
Garth is now subatomic to these dimensions right here, with these associated with these body minds.
That's true.
So I also know, they say, what else do you know? I also know that Ra's team is conscripted
That's the word. That's true.
into the subatomic levels
Yes, that's true.
of the dimension of these body minds
That's true.
until they figure out how to deliver the goods, which means, I guess, grace, I don't
That's
know what
true.
that means, to subatomic levels
That's
in the
true.
3D.
Right. That's true.
So they are in these subatomic levels right now, and I can actually feel, Galaxy Wallup.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
all around
true.
us. It's all around us in the subatomic levels.
Could
Maybe
be.
when Garth transitioned,
That
would
could
make
be.
sense, actually.
That could
That
be.
Garth's turning inside out, bloop bloop, turn the whole process inside out. Very possibly. That feels like the right time.
Yeah.
So, what game theory would say
Yes.
is that Ra and his team are supposed to dive through the Earth and its environs level
That's true.
into the Garth and its environs level.
That's true. And I see boots hitting boom, Garth.
Right. And figure out, master the art of being ready, willing, and able to deliver earthworm currency to the center of the earth.
That's true.
That's the metaphor.
That's true.
Deliver grace from the higher dimensions into the physical dimensions.
That's true. That's a tall order.
That's a tall order.
That's true.
But Ra doesn't feel like it's hopeless. He seems like he has an idea. He says, I think I know how to do it, and or at least we'll head in that direction.
Right.
It might not work from start to finish, but the answer is down this road.
That's true.
And Charles is ready to run on ahead down that road. He's going, yeah, man, come on. This is it, this
like
is it,
Charles and Fernando doing that.
Yeah,
let's do it.
Yeah. And if they will just listen to Asha, it will probably all go well. So
That's
gentlemen, may I have your attention? I have no idea who's talking.
That's true.
It's somebody who they should listen to
That's
is talking to them. Gentlemen, may I have your attention? Stop running. Stop it right now. Stop. Turn around and look at Asha. Now, listen to what she has told you that you haven't absorbed yet, because that's what you're going to trip up over.
That's true.
What you haven't absorbed yet. She's telling you what to do. She's telling you exactly. She's always telling you what to do. Why you guys just don't get over it and listen to her is beyond me. It's crazy. You have somebody living with you who's, I'm not going to say she's 100% right, but she is correct 99.9999% of the time. Why don't you just listen to her and save yourself a lot of heartache and pain?
It's true.
Listen to Asha. Look back at all the major mistakes that you've made over the last several months. And we're all making mistakes all the time, so nobody's looking down our nose at you. But look back at every single one of those mistakes and ask, was Asha agreeing with me or was Asha disagreeing with me?
Everyone's saying disagreeing.
Yes. And now look at what Asha was saying and what was actually correct, proven after the fact.
Yeah.
Now, based on this analysis, would it be a good idea to listen to Asha more carefully?
Yeah, everyone seems to be saying yes. I see all hands up.
Yeah. Okay. So, friends, listen to Asha. Listen right now.
Turn around.
Turn around.
All the way around.
All the way around. Sit down. Take off your vests or whatever those things are, and listen very carefully to what she's telling you to do. Skipping steps. Does it ever work?
No, everyone's head shaking.
Never works. Can you hear how she's saying, basically, pray before you head on out the door? And you're going, yeah. She's saying, you're running off without your pockets filled with grace.
That's true.
You're going to get down there, you're not going to have diddly squat of grace.
That's true.
Nothing to help yourself, nothing to help the greater good.
That's
and
true.
there you are, going to be starving to death again once more.
That's true.
And what's more, I'll come with you. And we'll all starve together.
That's true.
Now, we could also equally well absolutely fill ourselves up, like really kind of like inhale, but it's more like a sponge, putting a dry sponge into water. Oh, you know those teeny weeny little sponges that are in fish shapes,
and you put them in water and it's a big fish suddenly. Yes, that's true.
She's saying, do that. We are the teeny dry fish.
Soak it
all up, and they're wanting to absorb one little eyedropper full and call it quits. And she's saying, friends, that's stupid.
That's true.
That's why we're having to go in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out, dying every 3 days.
Right, that's true.
And every single transition is fraught with danger because...
That is true. Assassins in the trees.
Assassins are in the trees.
That is true.
Everything has to be supervised by the future lives. And last time I was telling you that, and you guys weren't even wanting to call in your own future presences to supervise your transition. Woohoo, that's crazy. Seems like they're actually stopping. And they're going to soak in the truth tanks.
That's true.
That's what she's saying. Soak in the truth tank.
Soak it and absorb.
Fully until they absolutely cannot absorb anything else.
That's
until you're sopping with truth. Sopping with truth, actually, is what she's saying. She says it begins with truth. We're getting messed up because we can't even discern what's true. We don't have enough truth inside of us to stand up to the barrage of, like, the desert winds or a sandstorm or something. We have to get absolutely sopping wet with truth.
That's true.
And it's like a combination of truth and living waters, which are grace. The living
Right,
waters
it's true.
are a representation of grace. Really soak in the truth tanks. And it's really clear. I said, well, what about just soaking in the living waters? She says, well, you just soak in the truth tanks. She's always right. She's always right. I can do it. I can listen. I'm kind of feeling more like Ra now. All right, I can listen. I can listen. I can listen.